Welcome back again. It's Wednesday, day 7, I think it is. I'm getting a late start. It's 4:30. I had to get a haircut. My sleep schedule is all messed up. Got some sleep last night, but it was like 3 hours, 4 hours. And I got woke up, phone calls, and then back to sleep, and I slept till like 2 o'clock. They're dipping right here. There's a sky crane going over the top of me. He's going over here to Grape Street, or some said they're even dipping in the regional park. In Ukaipa right there, the regional park. Showing my press pass here, and I want to get a picture of that big old
We're in the area, yes, you're located. Can you recontact so you can get a better description?
How you doing, sir? Thank you, sir. I'm going to get up. Angelus Oaks was looking bad last night, so I'm going to head up and watch around Angelus Oaks here. Get some pictures. You need water? You good? Thank you, sir. See you. Yeah, I was up here last night, and it was getting close. Thomas Hunting Grounds, it was burning up there, 1 and 12, I think it is. Morton Peak's up there, right there. I saw a post where they all it burned was the porta potty, the crapper. I bet that smelled good. But the big pine tree and the lookout, they say it's structurally there. They don't know. They said the paint was. No, they said it was. The firemen checked it out. They said it's all good except the paint peeled off of it, and the shitter got burned. So. Keller Peak took a hit. Keller Peak lookout is gone.
Right 360, 2 Foxtrot.
The ham repeater. There's comm shacks up there at Keller Peak. They said I haven't bounced the repeater yet. I'm a ham, and a couple guys bounced it and said it's working, but it's on backup power, which I'm not sure how long that's going to last. They said please not the QSO, the repeater, which is kind of like you're seeing if it's there, because it's waste battery. You know, it would be like an emergency traffic only. Please don't run that repeater down. And I meant to tell them I can. Well, Big Bear Fire Authority's kicking. I haven't heard that on the scanner in a while. Big Bear's, evacuated by the dam that western side of Big Bear, because the fire's burning that way. When I was up here last night, it was burning toward Angelus Oaks, and it was burning down in the drainage, St. Anna River drainage, below like Slide Peak, Arctic Circle. It crossed the St. Anna River, and it's going up the other slope on the other side, which is Highway 18. It's trying to get in there at Bear Creek. If you know where Bear Creek is, that hasn't burned, I don't think, since I've lived here. 44 years. You'll see some, they've still got, it's kind of this southeast flank, you know, Mentone, kind of east Mentone. The red's kind of laid down a little bit. The fire's more going northeast. Here's some lowboy trailers. They got dozers everywhere. Yesterday I must have seen 40 dozers. They were up here cutting, in fact when I left about 8 p.m. you could hear that clank rumble of dozers. They remind me of Army tanks. They shake the ground, and you can hear that. You know when a dozers or tanks around, because you can hear it and feel it for about a half mile. And then they had hand crews, chainsaws. I also heard a lot of chainsaws going in the dark. Excuse me. They were trying to cut a fire break up there. They got 3 lines, or a couple, I'm not sure how many lines of phos-check they got down right before dark, but they got a lot of phos-check down. Right here's where the fire was burning right here, up here on my left. They thought it was going to come down. Well, there goes that sky crane right there. I think that's where he's heading. He's heading up to Angelus Oaks behind there. They thought it was going to jump the road right here. The fire got down maybe half mile from here. 3/8 of a mile right here above me. I mean, they had engines all over this place. They didn't want it to jump here. This is burn scar right here on the right and on the left from the El Dorado fire 4 years ago. Started in Oakland, Yucaipa, came over the ridge. Here's the National Guard here. They were from Ontario. They were MPs.
It dropped off 6 this morning, right after I went.
They don't have a check there. I think they're kind of just watching out for Mount Home Village right here. There was a lot of engines over here around the village here, but they kind of, there's a hose laying there. They got hose lays out right there ready to hook up, and they pre-roll out hoses, and then where they're going to be saving homes, and then they roll up, just connect and start shooting water. They don't have to roll out the hose and get it out of the back of the engine. It probably saves them 5-10 minutes doing the hose lay. And when a fire's right on the house, it make a difference of saving the house. I saw that up here at Stetson Creek, and they literally, when the fire was spotting across the road up here, Highway 38, the people had wood piles, next to their house for their fireplace. I saw where one ember hit the wood pile, set the wood pile on fire, and you can see where they had a hose right there. When they pulled in, they just hooked up the hose and squirted it down and kept it off the house. Yeah, what a spook. When I saw it in a wood pile, I thought, oh man, that was so close. That's a nice little pile of kindling right there. That's something to think about if you're doing if you got a cabin, it's a longer walk in the dark, you might run into a bear, but I would keep that, I think it's 50 feet now or 75 feet on your defensible space. You might want to put that wood pile a little further away from the house. That wood pile was, I want to say 15 feet from the house. It was right next to the garage. It was I think those weren't rental cabins. They were owned. Some of these cabins up here are forest leases. Now yesterday they had National Guard at the Y up here to turn to Fort Salts, but they when I came back at 3, they were gone. Somebody said they would have sent the Wrightwood. Wrightwood's that bridge fire is burned so far east. It got into Wrightwood and what's that? Mountain High, the ski resort. Mountain High took a hit. As far as structures, I'm hearing something about, and don't hold me to this, they lost a couple structures in Running Springs. The fire was creeping into Running Springs last time I looked this morning. The guard's not here. But I haven't seen anything official on that, but I see people talking about it and looking at where the fire was creeping. It had creeped. like one street into the homes. You know, there was fire around the homes. So I can see one or two getting. And those firefighters, man, they're doing a hell of a job trying to keep it off. They've been doing a lot of brush clearance around homes and along the highway, trying to keep the fire from jumping. It's smoky today. Yesterday it was clear up here. You could see the air attack. Today the smoke's blowing the wrong way. Can't see nothing. When we get up here to the top, oh, is that a boulder? Jeez. Yeah, that's not good. I shouldn't move that. Oh no, it's a cardboard box. What is that? Cardboard box. Probably in somebody's bed of their pickup. And as they're flying down the road, it's got the right amount of wind and whipped it out of there. There's a lot of rock through here, especially after the fire, the El Dorado fire. When you come up here, I see a lot of people. That's the summer. A lot of people pulled over with oil coming out the bottom, or radiators leaking, and they just go so fast. They come around a corner like this. In fact, here's where I saw a guy. He was pulled over right up here. Maybe you can still see the stain. Especially if you got a low car. I could go over some of the little ones, but these things were size of like bowling balls. Or they'll get to the bottom. A lot of times they're at the bottom. They get down there, they don't realize they're losing coolant or oil, and then the engine seizes down at the bottom. God, I was seeing like one a week. Okay, you can see a little better. The fire was over there. See that ridge over there? That's Thomas Hunting Ground. The road goes from where I was just down below, goes up behind Angelus Oaks, comes around by the post office, the restaurant there, the store. It was on the side of the ridge where the store is. When I left, you could see the flame right above the store, which was kind of spooky being that close. I don't think I've ever seen fire there. Yeah, the El Dorado fire never got up there. They stopped it down by the highway, down by Mountain Home Village. It was trying to burn up that drainage to get Angelus Oaks. Yeah, see over there, that's where the fight was, over that bridge on the left across the canyon here. That's where that that's where that Sky Green went. Somebody on my tail already. It's so nice to drive up here without the speeders and the crazy drivers, but some of the residents didn't evacuate. This guy looks like he could be a firefighter though. Some of them are deploying in their own personal vehicles. And I'd pull up, well, I guess I'll pull over here and let him by. I hate this. A lot of rocks coming down right here, big rocks. See these divots in the road. That's from the boulders. Oh, there's a broke. Looks like a brush engine. Yeah, there's a broke brush engine going by. And I heard the mechanics are doing a hell of, the maintainers, the mechanics, they're doing a hell of a job. Somebody said they got 3 engines back online yesterday or the day before. Some of the stuff they can fix. The mechanics have got a nice service bed truck with a lot of parts, but some of the stuff they got to pull them back to the shop. And they're up there, you know, those brush engines take a beating too. Here's some, these guys look like firefighters here. Yeah, there's a brush engine and a patrol. See enough? C-13. Cleveland National Forest, that'd be San Diego area down that way. With 4 big fires going, they're stretched pretty thin. That's why they put the guard in to kind of do the CHP role, you know, the guard the road, guard the homes, kind of patrol. getting up near Angelus Oaks now. That creek on my left is Mount Home Village Creek. That's that drainage. It didn't get in there. It's on the ridge across, on the backside. Then up here at the restaurant, it crossed over the ridge top, and it's on this side of the ridge. Get up here, the restaurant's closed. It's all closed. Last night there was full of low boys, you know, that had unloaded their dozers. There was brush engines. The parking lot was jammed. I tried to sneak a little spot, but it was just no room. So I went up above AO. They call it AO, Angelus Oaks. I went up to where the big turnout is by Middle Control Road. And it was on a spot there. There was a bunch of dozers there and brush engines. That video, I got video from last night, but it's hung up on YouTube. It's uploaded, then they do a processing thing, you know, where they process it. It's hung up in processing. I don't know why. Usually they process it in a few minutes. I keep kind of like restarting it. And it just, that's a lot of good video. It showed the fire over by Big Bear Dam, and it showed the fire here. It showed some of the airdrops. Sorry, that smoke's starting to get to me. I was really plugged up yesterday. Did the nasal rinse and went through half a box of Kleenex. AO's right up here. Trying to see if I probably won't stop here. I'll go up the Middle Control and we'll look across and see if we can even see across. Last night the smoke was so thick we couldn't even see across the valley, and then the smoke would clear a little bit. We could see the big giant flames. Here's the fire station 98 right here. Looks like they kept it off the village here. I can see smoke right there. It's still right up on the ridge right there. Oh yeah, the parking lot looks a lot more empty, but they're all working. When I came in here, it was kind of shift change. Yeah, there's a couple engines there. There's yeah, they got a bunch of engines in here. AO's, or not AO, Calgers has got a yard right there. They call it Camp 8, and they took a lot of their big rigs and they evacuated them down to Highway 38 in Bryan. That's those big rigs you saw right before I got to the checkpoint. That's out of that yard right there. Yeah, we were not going to be able to see nothing here. Look down, you can't see nothing. It's just a giant ball of haze. This is where I was last night. See, there's more dozers, water tenders. They were cutting line all night, I know that. And they've had them in here for a couple days, cutting fire break. I need to restart this video. And you want to kind of keep it in 20-minute chunks, so I'm going to pull over up here and I was hoping we could see. Hoping we can see across it. No bueno. This should be a turnout right here. Yeah, this is a turnout. That's video 1 for today. How am I going to get on that? 19? Yeah, I want to keep about 20 minutes.